What's up, everyone, and welcome to DJC Game Studios. I am the devastating Just Cause, and I am here to talk about an arcade game that came out in 1982 by Gottlieb. I think you guys know what I'm saying, right? No? It was QBERT, and it was developed by, I believe it was Jeff Lee, and Davis was the other name, creator concept on that. The guys that made the tip. Anyways, what I have here is an original arcade cabinet of QBERT. Now, mind you, mine has been probably 3 different games since the QBERT board burnt out. So when I got it super cheap, and well, let's just take a look. Lots of projects happening right now. Lots of them collecting dust while it's too cold to be out in the garage. QBERT. We're going to try to get this boy up and running. Have a very partial restore on this. This poor thing was originally a Gottlieb QBERT, which are fairly rare and expensive when they're up and running. You can still see the monitor has the burn-in for QBERT. Monitor needs a cap kit. It's starting to look pretty dull towards the bottom. When I got this machine, I paid like $150 for it. It was a Avengers. No, not the Marvel Avengers, like a knockoff 80s beat 'em up similar to Double Dragon. It's not very popular. Someone changed the whole thing out, cut a bunch of different holes in the control panel. Thus, I had to redo graphics and do plexiglass over it to cover up those holes. I did add light up buttons, LED buttons, which I still need to wire in. I did find a QBERT marquee. Well, it's like a marquee printout, which I used behind the original glass. Obviously, that is a newer control panel overlay. I also got the one that goes in the front here. I kind of the thing with the yellow and trying to repaint everything yellow, I know QBERT was yellow on sides. As you can see here, it was almost a, what do you want to call, like a countertop, like a Formica. And it's almost to the point where, like, it took me like 15 minutes just to get this piece off. I'm seeing it's pretty scraped and dented. So I'm not sure if removing this with paint remover, and then it may still look pretty beat up and need to be painted anyways. So I may do a couple prime coats and then look and see what I can fill in as far as these big gashes and dents, and then do a couple more coats of yellow on there. But I wanted to change mine up and make it yellow on the front too, because I really like that. Alright, so about to open up this back and see what we're dealing with. Like I said, this has been 4 different games. It was a QBERT, and I'm sure the bird, it was QBERT, the bird? I guess the bird is the word, right? It used to be a QBERT, and I'm sure that board burnt out because a lot of those had overheating problems, and that's probably why someone turned it into an Avengers. And then, after that, I got a hold of it. Did not realize it was a QBERT cabinet, because I got this probably 15 years ago. I turned it into a Mr. Do, thus that's why it was neon green and stuff. And I had it wired and soldered it for a Mr. Do. I think all 3 wiring are in there. And then, well, so that's why I can't wait to bust this open and see. And then the Gottlieb QBERTs had a knocker inside, so like a pinball machine, when you got a match or a free game, it'd go clunk, and it would make a knocking sound. So I think that might be still in there. But I have a new board. It's a multi-game QBERT. It's got a bunch of different versions of QBERT. These are expensive, but they're way more reliable. And if it doesn't work with the tube, like I said, it needs a cap. I may put an LCD in there, but let's just crack it open to show you what's inside. I am no professional. I'll probably mess this up, so I am more of a collector than anything. I am not certified to work in anything, but this should be a fairly easy. All right. Oh wow, it does have a bunch of the original stuff in here. Oh my God, there's some out of order signs and pictures from my old house in there, so I guess that's kind of neat. All right, we're gonna bust in here and try to do some work. Yeah, there is some of the original QBERT stuff in here. I believe the knocker is in here as well, but I'll have to get some light in to find out. But as of right now, I'm gonna have to see. There's a lot of wires, and we'll have to see what's going on. All right, connected our JAMA harness. I cheat. I get I get mine pre-labeled, so it tells you where to connect it. But I kind of know I've done this a few times, replacing power supplies. Yeah, we got those, the power hooked up. I just got to run a cord because this cabinet actually has a plug in it. So when I plug it in, it'll actually get power from the plug. So I don't have to splice in the power cord. All right, I think I found a nice power cord. I have splice it. Now I just need to connect it to here. All right, and we have got power, and it's green, which means that is good. So now let's try to get this monitor fired up. Power's green on there. Board is fired up. I temporarily have these twisted together. I'm gonna put some connectors on there. Monitor looks like it's working. And check it out. It's just upside down. So what you're gonna need to do is probably hang from the ceiling while playing this. No, that's good. Other than the monitor need to be recapped. And I'm sure there's a way I can change that around in the setup. I have a guy I can call. But look at that. It's getting there. The main thing is getting the rest of the graphics and the paint on here. Redoing that T-molding. Like I said, I want to do a bright candy apple on that. And fixing up this cabinet. But that is really awesome news. All the multi-games are on there. Original QBERT. Mellow Yellow QBERT, a bunch of other weird ones, QBERT's cubes. But this is pretty awesome. So I'm excited that this is actually working. The monitor, once it warms up, is not too bad, but once again, it's it's upside down. So I still got to hook up the joystick and everything, but this will give you a little idea of what I like to do. Like, I'm not very smart when it comes to fixing or trying to get stuff working, but a few things like a power supply and a JAMA harness, it's not too hard. I've done it a few times, but yeah, well, I got a burnt out bulb down there. I have to fix that, but yeah, this QBERT will be worth quite a pretty penny, man. Well, thanks for watching me do this awesome, very boring hookup. So there, even though a short and simple video, I am more of a collector than I am a repairman or a fixer-upper. I really enjoy QBERT. I'm sure I could figure out how to flip that screen over. At least I hope so. Or I'm going to have to somehow hang from my feet and play it. I guess I'll have to flip the joystick around as well. Or I mount the machine on the ceiling. Anyways, if you liked what you saw and liked any of my other videos, please subscribe. Oh, and like. It helps. And then hit that silly notification bell so you know when another silliness of videos comes out by yours truly. I am precious. See you in the next one.